hi everyone. Thanks for joining us. Today we've got lots of songs, so I'm not going to talk too long. Next week we are doing medieval, it's the medieval repertoire, so we want to do something from the Libre Vermell called Stella Splendens. I will record this, and it's in 2 parts, so you can choose which part suits you better, and then we will learn it next week. Okay, today we've got lots of songs and a nice variety of languages. I meant to say that it's amazing how you're all willing to sing in all these exotic languages, some of them. We have 2 Sephardic in Ladino. We have, I will sing an Italian song. Then we have our Slovak Lullaby, a German evening song. I don't know if you can hear, somebody's drilling outside, but I know they're not going to do that for very long. No problem? Okay. And Clare will have an English folk song, and we'll finish off with a Welsh song. So that's very international today. And I'm thrilled that we have 2 British songs as well among them, because sometimes I think we ought to do more of that. So we will always try. So let's go quickly over the 2 Sephardic ones. Hija mia, we did that 2 weeks ago. It seems like ages ago. I was in Wales then. Hija mia. This time I have my harp back, so it's going to sound a bit better. I will just go through the first verse briefly so that you remember what it's like. I'll do it a little bit slower, but in the end, I'd like to do it quite rhythmic and energetically today. So here it goes. Hija mia, mi querida, aman, no te eches al amor, que la más está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar, que la más está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar. So, this is just so you remember. I'll do it now in the tempo that I will do it in later. So, let's do verse 2. Might as well. Here we are. Que me lleva y que me traiga, siete fundas de hondor, que me mengluta'l peixe preto para salvar el amor, que me mengluta'l peixe preto para salvar el amor. So at the end, more. Okay, so next one, Porke yorash, blanca niña. I will play this B, and then that will be throughout the B. So that's our first note. Let's do the first bit. Porke yorash, blanca niña. Porke yorash, blanca flor, yoro por vos, kavayero, que vos vash y me deshash. All right, that's beautiful. Then let's have a quick reminder of the Slovak one we did, Nighty Night, which we will need to change my key quickly. Okay. Here we are. Just it's very, very quick, this one. I mean, it's over in a flash. Let's do the English and then the Slovak version. Have I got time? Yes, I do. Okay. Nighty, nighty night, my sweet love, may help be given by God above. Nighty night, sleep deeply. dream that you dream sweetly. Let's do the Slovak. Right, I really like this one. And then we've got around the German one, Oh, How Lovely is the Evening. So let me quickly do this. I'll sing it through once. We will do that in the end through 3 times so we can sing it as a round. Oh, how lovely is the evening, is the evening. Hear the bells are sweetly ringing, sweetly ringing. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, and straight in again. Oh, love. Okay, good. And then we only touched on it last time, the Welsh one, which I think is becoming one of my favorites now. Somebody kindly sent the Welsh text, which I haven't had a chance to learn. But when we do our lullaby concert, I'm hoping, Clare, I haven't okayed that with you, but I'd like to then, by then, learn it in Welsh and sing one verse of it. Okay, so let's go through it once. Go to sleep upon my breast, all the world is sleeping, till the morning's light you rest, mother watches keeping, birds and beasts have closed their eyes, all the world is sleeping, in the morning sun will rise, mother watches keeping. Great. Okay, so I know I rushed through these a bit, but I think you, if anyone wants to go over something again, tell us now quickly while we have a minute. And Claire, you want to make some announcements? Do you want to do that now while we're waiting? Or
yes, I could do that now. Yeah, and we've got lots of things to say this week. Firstly, to say thank you for everybody who has supported the crowdfunding appeal, which is still live. We are £5 off having raised the first £1,000, so that's wonderful. Thank you very, very much to everybody who supported. And also, we've had the most amazing feedback to the first film on Wednesday, and I know many of you were there and joined us for the workshop beforehand and the Q&A afterwards. And but we have had people saying it's the best thing that they've ever seen online. Well, similar kind of accolades. We hope we haven't reviews yet, but we do know that Fiona Maddox, the Garden Observer critic, has retweeted and said she would watch it. So cross your fingers. She wrote a book about Hildegard. It's the best book about Hildegard. So I'm hoping that that might lead to a nice review. But we've had certainly lots of interest from promoters as well. So I hope that we're going to get some engagements out of it, which is exciting. And yes, certainly people kind of recognised that it was something very special. So that's really exciting for us. 800 people have seen it so far on mostly on Facebook, but some on YouTube, which is great. And it's available to the 26th of August if you haven't seen it on both our Facebook and our YouTube pages. youtube.com/the telling music, for example. So that's that. Yes, if you haven't supported the crowdfunder and are able to do so, we have got a lot of money to raise, or you can make a donation by text giving. Details are on the on those pages, on the films, on the note of the status alongside the film. So you can do that. But Steph also put the crowdfunder up very helpfully in the chat. So you can make a donation there if you have already done so. Thank you so much to everybody who has. And also just to say that we are going to be doing our very first live concerts outside. The first one will be on the 30th of August in North London, in Stroud Green. Details will go to the crowdfunders first, because we think that's only fair, and then we'll be telling you as well. But there will be very limited spaces. On the 30th of August, there are only 30 spaces. So if you're keen, do put the 30th of August in the diary, and we will tell you. We're just producing the publicity for it. And there will also be the 12th and 13th of September. So those are the 3 concerts that we're doing, covering the repertoire that we looked at in this group. So the first one on the 30th of August will be the Sephardic repertoire, and then that will go out on the 9th of September as a broadcast. So I hope that will make sense. It's a bit complicated. We're recording it, but then later broadcast, if that makes sense. And we're also going to be on Radio 3, who very kindly gave us a plug on Wednesday night, which is very nice. I'm going to go and do an interview with Katie Derham. Well, not go and do an interview, I'm doing an interview over the phone with Katie Derham on the 1st of September. So we'll send you, if you get our newsletter, you'll get details of that and then to listen. So that's all my announcements. That's everything on the list.
Hey,
apart from next week, which we'll talk about next.
Yeah, we had one request, and I Hija mia, because we rushed through it. So somebody wanted me to do it once more. I will do the first verse now, a little slower, because I know I've done it very fast. So here it is again. Hija mia, mi querida aman, no te eches al amor, que la mar está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar, que la mar está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar. I hope that helps. We will do it slightly faster in a minute when we're starting our little concert. So shall we go for it, Claire? Are we all ready? Hija mia, in fact, is our first song. So fresh in the memory, we're starting off with the 2 Sephardic ones, Hija mia, followed by Porke, yorash. So I will do a little intro. Hija mia, mi querida, no te eches al amor, que la mar está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar, que la mar está en fortuna, mira que te va a llevar. Que me lleva y que me traiga, aman, 7 fundas de hondor, que mengluta'l peixe preto para salvar el amor, que mengluta'l peixe preto para salvar el amor. Right, here goes. Porke yorash, blanca niña. Porke yorash, blanca niña. Porke yorash, blanca flor. Yoro por vos, Ariane no torne mai. Right, time for my solo. I will sing one from a collection that we've done a few, I think we've done two. Yes, Laude Novella and Ave Regina Gloriosa is from the Laudario di Cortona collection from Italy on the Middle Ages, all in praise of Mary, most of them. And here is another favorite of mine from that collection. And the chorus, you might want to join me in when you hear it. It goes, Ave Donna Santissima, Regina potentissima. So maybe you can join me on the Ave Donna Santissima. And then the rest it would take too long now to teach. So then I'll do two verses. Okay, here we go. We start off with the chorus. And Ave Donna Santissima, Regina potentissima, standa al mondo senza il mondo, tutto fo per te io conto, lassù il profondo e l'aere suavissima, Ave Donna Santissima, Regina potentissima, tu sei porta e tu sei domo, idem naque viu et dono, arbor ricordor se pomo, che sempre sta florissima, Ave Donna Santissima, Regina potentissima. Right. Okay. Our next one is the Slovak Lullaby. Let me just readjust the harp for 1 second. So English and then in Slovak. Here we go. And nighty, nighty night, my sweet love, may help be given by God above. Nighty night, deep, deeply, I dream that you dream sweetly. Dobrunok namina dobrunok, nech ti je sajman na pomok. Dobrunok, dobre spí, nech sa ti snívajú sladké Lovely. Okay. Time for our round. So we do it just in English. And so so come in later so that you get the feeling of the round. Once I'll start the second phrase, come in. So I'll start. Oh, how lovely is the evening, is the evening. Hear the bells are sweetly ringing, sweetly ringing. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, how lovely is the evening, is the evening. Hear the bells are sweetly ringing, sweetly ringing. Ding dong, ding dong, ding dong. Oh, lovely is the evening, is the evening. Right. Good. Time for Claire's solo.
Okay, so this is a folk song. Any of you heard the May Songs challenge I did? This is one of the ones that I did, and it's lovely. It's in 5/4, so it's kind of quite sort of driving forward, but in a kind of nice, gentle way. It's called Searching for Lambs, as I went out one May morning. Hope you enjoy it. As I went out one May morning, bedtime, I met the maid from homeward straight, just as the sun did shine. What makes you rise so soon, my dear? Your journey to pursue, your pretty little feet, they tread so sweet, shape up the morning dew. I'm going to feed my father's flock, his young and tender lambs, that over hills and over dales lie waiting for their dams. Oh stay, you handsome maid, and rest a moment here, for there is none but you alone that I do love so dear. How glorious is the sun that shines, how pleasant is the air. I'd rather rest on the true love's breast than any other way. For I am thine and thou art mine, no man shall uncomfort thee. We'll join our hands in wedded bands, and married we shall be.
Lovely, lovely, very, very nice. Okay. Okay, time for our last one, the Welsh one. Right. Here we go. 2. Go to sleep upon my breast. All the world is sleeping till the morning's light you rest. Mother's watch is keeping. Birds and bees that was our little recital. I thought it was a lovely program. I hope you enjoyed it. And as I mentioned, next week will be Stella Splendens from the Libre Vermeil from Montserrat, the red book that we've done, I think, one song, Polorum Regina, ages ago. So hope you'll join me for that one. And Claire, anything else we need to say now? That was it, I think.
Only that I'm afraid I'm not going to be there next week. I'm going on holiday. so you're in the safe hands of I'm going to the Isle of Skye. So I'll listen out for some lovely music while I'm there. In case there's anything I can bring back. I've always wanted to go and I've never, ever been. I'm so excited. So I won't be here, but Ariane and Steph, you're in their safe hands for next week. But I'll see you the week afterwards, and I'll have to learn with a video.
Okay, so so before we go, whoever likes unmuting and singing, let's do just the end. Just do a phrase or two of the Welsh song. Let's hear you do. Go to sleep upon my breast. Lovely, thank you. Brilliant. And it's the first time I could see it in the gallery.
Now you know, Ariane, there is no going back. You have to remember next week, okay? Will someone tell her next week, please?
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Take care. Do you if you haven't done it? See you next week. I won't see you next week, but I'll see you next week. Keep singing. Bye.
Bye. Bye.